Hello everyone. This is, I believe, the second lecture. We'll try to give my video lecture every week, but I can record it possibly only weekend, so you can watch it maybe late Sunday or following week. Meanwhile, up to that time, I want you to read and try on your own, so that you will see the problem that you encounter. So when I give my video lecture, you can see my resolution more clearly. So I wish you come to this video lecture with your full of curiosity and motivation. Okay, motivation of some critical problems and solutions that you are looking for. Okay, so this is probably this slide covers first a couple of chapters of the textbook, because this course is an online course. Rather than drifting away from the textbook and giving my Linux professional skills to you, I'm going to follow the textbook so that you can also be on the same page. All right. Because I need to bring up my Linux rather than giving you a full slide presentation here, I'm going to give you my source here. Definitely, those who are taking this course should have the Linux operating systems. From this course, the department provides you Ubuntu, which is one of well-known operating systems that we want you to have, want you to access. And those who cannot access because of disparities between the method that's set up for external users to come into our Mercy network, and those who are using Mac Pro, Mac operating systems 10. All right. So you can use you can come to Ubuntu, those who use Windows systems, or you can do it on your own. But I'm going to also post another video lecture that gives you how to start from your Mac operating systems. So today, in this video module, I'm going to do how to access to Ubuntu, which is running on our Silo 2 at the Cybersecurity Lab. Excuse me. The Linux command that is case sensitive, like the programming language that you could learn like Python or Java, C, they're all case sensitive, so do not mix them. And also two ways that you can execute the program which is already developed for you to use, which we call system programs. So system programs are already available and included with your operating system platform. Okay, so the program that already built the operating system, we call that system programs. It's nothing but the program that you could do, that you can develop in Java, C, or Python. Exact same program, but the other ones are already built in. So you simply call it. The way that you call is the command. Okay, to the computer point of view, the program that you can learn from CLI, call level interface, or the program that you can initiate from your graphical user interface, or the program that you develop so that you execute it. They're all the same. Okay. Current operating systems try to give you more graphical user interface, like Windows systems or Mac operating systems. Everything, not everything, the primitive and simple commands are already available on from your graphical user interface. But if you see any sophisticated command, any sophisticated programs that you need to learn, or the program that needs to touch deep internal the hardware and software or kernel level systems, then those are not available from your graphical user interface. Okay, in other words, administrative level of the work usually fully available on your graphical user interface. Many cases you need to go back to the command line. So call level interface is a must. And also cybersecurity measures should know how to do it command line. Okay, you're not simply a user of some programs already developed by another computer scientist or cybersecurity professionals for a simple capacity executions. That can be done anyone, right? It can be done by any disciplines. If you are hired as a cybersecurity professional or a computer scientist, you may be expected to work more intensively, which is in most cases call level interface. Partly because it's more powerful, and then you can mix a lot of options together with the command. So command execution itself powerful. And also graphical user interface is another way that nicely designed for you to click and view. So not all command line execution, not all the system programs built in the operating systems available in GUI. GUI is a good start for beginners to use. like you, those who are in my class, should not stay at that level. I want you to go deeper and higher, so eventually you understand all the system level, the programs, processes. By the way, program that you learn, program that you developed, and if it runs on your operating systems, it is nothing but a process. Okay? So multi-processes can run at the same time on your operating systems. So currently we call that multi-processing operating systems, right? That's true in almost all the current platform, Windows, Mac, or Linux. So this is what I want you to know. Terminals. If you open terminal, then there is a prompt. Particularly in Ubuntu, you have a prompt $sign or £sign. £sign is usually if you have the root privileges. Root is nothing but administrator privileges in Windows systems, but all other operating systems, that privileges is called for the root privileges or super user privileges. So very nicely on Ubuntu, there's a different prompt so that you can see quickly, oh, this guy is in the right now the super user privileges. Of course, using the command line, you can change this. This is the symbols that you can see, the prompt symbols that you can see by default. And also in the terminal, so right after this prompt, you can issue the command. You can post the command and hit enter so that the command is executed. The command is, for example, cal, then date, it gives you date, cal gives you calendar, df it gives you the full file system organizations, and free it gives you something, but it is not available on your Mac operating systems. So not all available on Unix, I mean Ubuntu, may not be available on your Mac OS. Here is the thing that I want you to do. The Mac users, if anything that's not available, that I want you to find out some other command that's equivalent to this and also available on your Mac OS. There is a great profit to you if you find such commands. Alright? And also, many times we call shell or shell script or shell access. Shell is nothing but Linux command line, a sequence of a Linux command line. If you say shell script, then that is nothing but a sequence of a series of Linux commands. Okay, that is called shell script. I think at this point, I'm going to give you one more time how to access to the lab Ubuntu platform, Ubuntu box. Okay. If you see here the icon, then you can see there's a checkpoint CQ remote, checkpoint CQ remote process. Okay, so checkpoint CQ remote process. Place your mouse on top and click, make a right click on it, then you can see some options. Okay, VPN option, using this VPN option you can set up initially. You can do that here in this menu. Or if you have only one menu, and or although you have a multiple VPN, but you want to connect the VPN that you previously used, or because there is only one available, there is no other way, so by default you go to that, then you can click this connect. But in my case, I have a multiple different VPN access availability, so I'm going to click this connect to. So if you do that, then we can tweak here. Okay, if you have other sites, then you can do that also. Right now I have two, right? You do not have an access to this. This is the college administrative privileges in this system. So this is a system that you need to connect to VPN. So once you are connected with the VPN virtual private network using checkpoint secure remote. This is important. Checkpoint secure remote. Make sure that you have checkpoint secure remotes. I received some questions from a few of our students, and when I see their errors, they do not have this but something else. For example, standard access, standard remote access. That's not the case that we want to access. The module that we want to access is secure remote. Checkpoint is VPN systems developed by Microsoft. The Mercy College is a highly related with Microsoft products, so currently there's no other way that we can provide for other users like Linux users. I hope we have that sooner or later, but right now Checkpoint is the only available for VPN, which is Microsoft products. So as you set up a Checkpoint, I want you to choose secure remote. Then you have this, and the username is a silo number 2 VPN, all small. There's only one number, numerical data, all other small, case sensitive. And then password common to all of us. So you need to type MER, all uppercase, so MER, and then @ sign, then the rest lowercase, VPN, and then click connect. So you have this very nice sound, and that sound gives you a good sign. Okay. So now you are in VPN communication. Within this VPN, look at this, right? On my mouse, then you can see it's connected to 24.187.287.35. There's a secure remote, which means it's securely protected. So casual users or the user who are not really top one hacker, then our system is securely protected. Anyway, we are connected, And then when you download the PuTTY, then you can, the way I did here, you can bring that PuTTY here on the desktop so that you can see the logo. This is a logo. Okay, so if you if you make double click, okay, then initially you can type here host name, IP address, and then port number. Host name, name is not publicly registered, but IP address is more important. To IP address, we can name it. We can call for example, other name like www.mercy.edu, but we didn't make it for some reasons. And then port number. I already saved it so that if I load it, then it is that one, 10.1.0.24. Port number 2222. 4 twos. The port number for port number for secure shell, the default port number. Default port number for the secure shell is that is 22. Okay, only that is a default port number. So unless you change this to something else, then everybody knows that port number 22 is the number usually open for secure connection. So they can intrude in our system using default port number. So for another security reason, we change it to another number. Another number that we chose is 2222, and this is a host number. So once you have this, then you can save it and name it. This is your label. You can name it anything here. I said Ubuntu on Silo 2, but you can change it. If you name it, your name on Silo 2, whatever, okay? That is the name only for you to use within this PuTTY. If you have a multiple, then you can choose at every single access. So right now, this is the IP address. This is the port number that I want to access, and this is the connection type, SSH. SH stands for shell. The first S means that is secure. So this is a secure shell. There are another way that you can access. For example, telnet. Telnet is not secure access. Remote login. If you have Linux operating systems running, and there is another remote Linux operating systems. So Linux operating systems to Linux operating systems can communicate. In that case, you can use our login. But by the way, the system that we have on our Silo 2, we have multiple operating systems running, so we do not allocate this IP address to particularly that Ubuntu, or not this, but the other. When you set up this right, this VPN, this is the address 24.187.287.35. That is the public IP address. From that public IP address, the way that we designed is that we can provide multiple different platforms. One of them is the Ubuntu that we are using for this class. There are another operating systems available. But if you want to log in from one of your Ubuntu systems to the Ubuntu systems that we have on our Silo 2, then Silo 2 itself should have that IP address here. Okay, then very easily two systems can talk each other. But that is not the way that we configure in our system. By opening one public IP address, we want to provide multiple different platforms, and this class uses one of those. So this is not going to work, and to access our system through PuTTY, you need to click SSH. This is the only way. Okay, after this, and then click open, then you will have prompt login as. So you can enter your login name. Remember that in your email you have two values, two strings. The first string is your login, and hit enter, then it asks you to do the password. See here, password, as it asks your password, it says Jae-yoon, because I enter Jae-yoon. So in your case, you will see your login ID, and then password is enter. Then I am inside, right? So this is the prompt. Prompt ends with the $sign, right? $sign. So there is a prompt. So if you have this right here, you can type date, then you can see the date. Right now, I'm recording mine from home. Current time is 12:15. This is the accurate time. Okay, that's what I practiced here. Date and cal. If you want to have a calculate calendar, then you can see a cal here. This is a calendar, and it shows September 2016, September the 18th, which is right now, today. You can see that here, 18, the same one. And this is the current calendar. It looks nice, right? And then TF, if you type TF, then it shows the file system organization. You will know this later, but it shows some size of the space. You have this much space and that much available on that directory, and we have multiple directories, right? So use the 0%, 3%, and 23% boot, and so on and so forth. Okay, and then free. If you type free, then it gives you the free capabilities. For example, for memory, total I think 2 gig, 1.9 gig, and currently used that much. I want you to note that Ubuntu is very efficient operating systems. It's not like Windows systems, so it is always optimized. Always, it uses this small space, small memory. So big memory is still available, that much free. Okay, that's what you can do. So far we use the date, cal for calendar, df, free, one command at a time. But for those who wants to do, I want to combine two commands, two processes together, then you need to have semicolon, one command followed by semicolon followed by the second command. That works. So for example, df and free, I want to make this together, then both of them are executed. Where is I made? I made it here. df semicolon free. So df first shown, and then followed by free. If you can do that also date and cal, so that it shows by having this one line command of two different commands together, so that you have date followed by the calendar. Okay. All right. Let's see what is next. Okay, version of your Linux. If you want to see the version which is already developed, then you can type lsb underscore release -a, then no lsb module, but anyway, distribution is Ubuntu, description, that, and release number and code name for that, or you can do A for all, D for example, distribution. Let's see if it works if we do all, so that if I want to see the release number only, then yeah, it gives me the release number only. So as you can see here, this is the command lsb underscore release. Let's see, if I issue this with no option, then that is only this line, right? But if I have an option, for example, A and D, A is for all, so D and all, then I can have distribution and release information. See here, I have this is the distribution and this is release information. This type of work, okay, here is a command line followed by option. The Linux or Unix operating systems command lines likes this type of a format. Okay, not only the program name itself, but also selective options available. Okay, this type of programs is very nice if you can program like this, so that user of your program can issue selectively by providing selective options. You can make this kind of program in Java, Python, C, so you can learn from that class. If we want to see the manual of the LSB, this particular command, I'm not sure that is available, but let's try. The manual can be displayed by typing man followed by particular command line. So LSB underscore release, then we'll see the manual. The name of the command is LSB release. What it does is that it prints distribution specific information. Okay, so LSB stands for Linux Standard Base. Linux Standard Base. So this program releases Linux Standard Base. Linux Standard Base is the thing that we saw a second ago, right? One thing that I want you to see here, if you hit enter, then you can see line by line of that manual. Okay, so that you can see if you put the version, it gives you version, I, D, D for distribution, R, C. The options can be made in two ways. If you have a single dash, then single dash followed by D, D for distribution. That works. Or if you want to spell out, then you need to have double dash and spell out that option name. Both this and that works together with the command that you saw right now, right? It is okay, right? If you hit enter, then it displays one line by line. But if you want to scroll up page by page, then you need to hit the space bar. Let me hit the space bar here. Line by line. Oh, it's already done, right? And after that, if you want to quit this manual, as it says here, you need to press just key Q button. Another manual that you can see here, man vi. Vi is a very, very useful command that you need to understand and use it throughout this class. Vi is an editor. Vi stands for visual, so visual editor. Visual means it is not graphical user interface, that fancy visual, but as opposed to the command, the editor available before Vi was announced several decades ago, 5 decades ago. Till that time, they use another editor called ED. ED is a line-by-line editor. What happens is that if you miss the one line above, then you need to redo. At worst case, that is so terrible. So during our ancestors' computing age, some brilliant guy developed the new editor called the VI. So VI is really good, right? Where there is a Linux or Unix operating systems available, VI is always available. Those who knows other editor, for some reason you know, or for some reason if it is available, you may use it. That's fine. It's not a problem. I'm not going to test you the VI editor. As far as you make editing the file, that's okay, right? But believe it or not, if you have very, very small, tiny hardware systems, and therefore also Linux operating systems running, then those fancy, tiny graphical user interface editor are not available. But still, BI editor is available. So if you want to be a professional Linux user or a Linux administrator, I strongly recommend you to use a BI editor. Then you can work at any platform in any situation. Okay. What is the case that you might have that Linux operating systems but no fancy GUI? There are many ways. So for example, if you have a smartphone, Android or iPhone, underlying platform is Linux. So if you want to manipulate something using Linux operating systems, then BI by default also available, unless you use external apps. Or if we have a microcontroller, so they run Linux there, very tiny Linux, very tiny microcontroller, therefore limited capabilities, limited space for the Linux, then that is the time that the only one way that you can manipulate the systems, which is the BI editor. BI editor is the editor that I ask you to use, but right now you do not know what it is, right? So I wanted to read the manual of a BI. So MAN space and BI, hit enter, then it gives you manual, right? So line by line, hit enter, or page by page, hit space bar, so you can see a lot of such, right? Options and some key movement. Let's see if there is a key movement. Yeah. So I wanted to read that. So right now where we are, you do not know where you are, right? So if you want to see where you are, then you need to type PWD. PWD stands for Print Working Directory. Print Working Directory. So the idea is that, hey, where am I working right now? Give me the directory. That is this. I am in this location. This is the path to the location where I am from the top. So top or root, so-called, is nothing but slash. So slash home slash jun. If we want to go back up, one level up, then you need to change the directory. So cd and two dots together means my parent. I want to change to my parents. That is a command. Okay, this cd space dot dot works not only Ubuntu here, but also almost all Windows systems works like this. Okay, Windows systems works this command, pwd cd. So hit enter, then I can go back up. So I want to see where am I by pressing pwd, print working directory. Now home. Previously I was inside this path, slash home slash jun. Now I have /home. Okay. So I am in that directory, in that folder. Some of you may be interested in the content available in that directory. So can I see the content? So home directory contains the following. So if this is the directory, your folder, then you can see the content of the folder. That is ls. ls stands for list. Okay, list. I want to list the content of the folder called /home, and then hit enter. Then I have the content. Okay. By the way, this is all the subfolders. They're all under this home. My folder Jaeyoon is also inside this, and I want you to see your name also, your login ID. If you see your login ID, then your home folder is available for you to store, for you to work on it, right? If you want to go back up one more, then cd again .. Or if you are too deep inside, so that if you want to jump all the way up to the root directly by issuing only one cd command, then instead of type .. is level by level. I want to go back up to my parents, and from there back up to another parents, back up to another level parents, and parents and parents and parents. So for example, if you want to see I want to go back to grandparents. Okay, I do not know how many parents along the path, but I want to go back to the root. I want to go back to my origin. Okay, then cd space / means the very on top, root. See here, home and / means that's very on top. So if we do cd space / then here, where am I? So you can see pwd, it says /. What does that mean? / means the root. If you have a / alone, then it means root. That is the top. What is inside of the top, which is that is available very on top, that is global level folders, right? So what are the global level folders? Type ls for list. So I have these many folders available at the very on top. If you see your home is one of those, right? There are many others. So we will look at these folders also. As far as you have the Linux, then these are the folders available. Okay, particularly Ubuntu. So now you are very on top. You are drifted away from your home directory. You have been drifted away from your home folder. How can I go back? Can I go back to, for example, cd, and then this is the first step. I know my folder is inside this home. Then you can type cd and home. Fine. And then ls again, then you can see, oh, there is a Jaeyoon. So you can do cd and Jaeyoon. Oh, I can came back home. Came back home. Print my working directory. If I see the content of my home directory, then I have sh_probe. So can I go deeper into that directory? Yes, you can. So I can do cd sh_probe and enter, then I am there. So what's inside? ls. Oh, I have those, right? So where am I? pwd, then oh, I am in that div. Can I go? So right now, if you do here, you have another color coded, right? This is a text file. This is another shell file, right? Text file and shell file. If you see here, this is different color, right? Blue, green, and white. It's color coded. I'll explain that a little later. So from here, because I am in that deep level, can I go all the way up? Home. Yes, you can do cd and slash, then it brings you to the very on top. And then pwd, you're on top. ls, you can see that, right? Here, again, as I said, there are names listed in different color. So blue means that is the folder. So you can go inside. If you have this another color, then this is not really the folder, but it's something else, okay? Which is not the same as a little different color, right? So let's go to, for example, etc, etc folder. Then you can see a lot of files, right? A lot of files. Green, there's another subfolder. We have a Perl already installed, Python. Do we have Java? Java is not installed. Those are the default. As you install Ubuntu, some languages are available by default. If you see here, then group, for example, group is the file name, right? Because it is a white color. Password, that is also file name. Oh, this is very, very good. The file name that you may be interested in, so that you can see, oh, I want to see the password of my friend, so that I want to get into his ones. Oh, maybe possible, or maybe impossible. There's a host name and host, and those white ones can be seen. For example, if you want to see the password, then you can. There are many ways that you can see. But I think we need to do a little more of this. Follow the slides. So anyway, we will get back to that issue later. So command line, pwd, cd, ls options. There are a lot of options available. How can you see it? You can see it by typing man for manual, and ls. Then you can see some options. For example, here, if I want to see, if I give the option L is for long list. I want to list the content in longer form, and hit enter, then it gives you more information. What it does is that here, for example, time zone, then a lot of things, a lot of other information, not only the file name, not only the command line, not only the whatever the name of the file, but also some timestamps that it was first the last touched, and then the owner of that time zone, So here, for example, this column didn't say that there, but one owner and one maybe group or yeah, some information. The two groups are available here, and some other numbers, and then there's a number, some code. In this case, dash rx, dash all, dash all, dash. Some others here, t, rwx, r-x, r-x, which is term info. This is blue coded. Then, well, actually each character here means something, so you will learn it. But D, probably some of you catch it quick. D for directory. So blue coded, that's directory coded. Dash, therefore, it is not directory, it is file. Okay, that type of things. You can see the view, types of view. What is the type of that view? For example, time zone. In order to check the type of a particular file, then you can type file and then file name. Time zone. Time zone is this file. We want to see what it is. The time zone is ASCII text file, which means you can read it, right? File, some other, let's say directory, blue coded XML. XML is directory. XML is directory. Time zone is text and ASCII, so that you can read any text. How can you read? Command is less or more. Either way will be possible. So if you type ls and then time zone, because the file type of time zone is text, so hit enter, then you can see all blank, finally America/New York, and end by pressing the button Q, then that is the end of that less. If you do more, command rather than less and more are both similar, right? Well, opposite, right? If you want more, or if you want less, but more is the both displays the file content page by page, but more displays from the beginning, and less is to the end. So it shows this, and if you type less, then that is at the end. If you have very long file, let me see the. And by the way, here this is the size of the file. So time zone is 17 only. This is a little bigger file. Let's find the real big file so that we can see more. Like services. Services. This is a file. This is a bigger size, 19 kilobytes. So if you do les services, then you can see this. I want to press Q for quit. If you do more, we don't see it right now a big difference, but there's a little bit difference that we saw earlier, right? One very on top and one very at the bottom. That is this last. What is the structure of the file system on your Linux and Unix? We already saw that by CD change directory to all the way up, so that you could see those. And then there are some options. CP for copy, MB for read name, make directory, RM, LN for link. Those are available. So what I want you to do, the first homework assignment is this. What is the structure of the file systems on your Linux and Unix? How can you do? Then you need to do CD and very on top. And I want to see, oh, this is the structure. This is very on top, right? And from there, what is next? So what you can do here is, what I want you to do, your homework assignments, let's say like this. So you can say, oh, this is very on top, slash, and underneath I have home. If I have a home, I have a bin, right? Bin, directory bin for binary. So I have bin and home, and this is very on top. And then you can do, if you want, you can make this so that you can draw like a tree structures. Okay, and under this, see what is on the bin. Then you need to do cd bin and type ls so that you have multiple of those. So is there any folder? How can you get the folder? So ls minus uppercase F, then it gives you folder. Those are the folder. Mount, whatever that, right? So you can do ls minus L, then you can see some folders. Actually, it's not really a folder, but some other link. So it's not really necessary folder. So you don't see any D here, right? So you can stop under this bin, but home, you need to go back up, right? CD backslash and ls. Again, if you go to home, then home has ls, then home has this a clock 15. Then you can write here a, is it the name? You need to find out a clear name. A CLRKE 15 and CLRKE 15, and you can do more like JUN, for example. And after that, you can say, hey, a clock is on the home, and JUN is on the home also. And from there, you need to go further, JUN, and type ls to see if there is any blue directory. So I have sh underscore prog, so that you can type here sh underscore prog. So that subdirectory is under JUN. So what I wanted to do is, this is a huge, could end up having huge files. So I wanted to draw this only to only the folder structures. I do not want you to write all the file and the simple file, plain file, but directory. Okay, which is blue color only. I want you to draw that. That is the first homework. Those who are interested in this, I want you to do, but next time I'm going to, yeah, there's a submit your screen copies of your practice. This is another homework by practice 33-35. There is a homework and more command. If you want, you can also try. I said here man is for manual. Okay. For example, what is the command? So if you say here, what is Python 3, then it says Python 3 is an interpreted, interactive, object-oriented programming, or blah 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 blah. Right? That is the command. And then help man we looked at, and also help possible. Alias, we'll look at this alias from next class. Okay. This is it for today. I'll meet you in the next video lecture. Have a great day.